There we go. Beautiful. So welcome to yoga. Go ahead and find the comfortable seated position. Maybe sitting on, even a chair is okay if you'd like to. You can sit on a support, you can sit kneeling, you can sit with your leg crossed. Just even here, find a way to be comfortable. We don't always have to force ourselves into position or places in our lives where we feel discomfort. All right, so for this seated position, find comfort, but an alert comfort. So seated upright with the crown of your head lifting and your eyes closed. So we move to find peace and comfort with our practice, but we also move to find an awareness and an astute alertness where we're able to listen and to see things the way that they really are. And this is called discernment. And it's not so much about forming opinions or being on a side. It's just to be able to see and to understand things in clarity, the way that they are. Starting with just the way that we're sitting right now. Sitting with a tall spine. Notice what you feel in this moment in your physical body. Maybe you feel something in your muscles or in your skeleton. Perhaps in your legs or in your feet or in your hips, without judging it, just noticing it and listening. Notice what you feel in your belly. You might feel nothing, or you might feel something in your digestion, or you might feel some emotions. Perhaps you feel your breathing. Notice the feelings in your solar plexus. Maybe you feel some butterflies there. Maybe you feel emotions or some residues from your day. You rushed to get here. Just start to take a few deeper breaths into your solar plexus. With every exhale, relaxing a little deeper into your seat. As you start to feel your inhale expanding the rib cage and filling into the solar plexus, we lengthen the inhale to fill the chest as well. So there's a sense of expansion from the back of the chest to the front of the chest. Feel the shoulders soft, the elbows soft. And as we move into this upper part of our body, you feel your awareness, your outward senses. So what you can hear with your ears, sensations in your mouth, your tongue, see if there's something more that you can relax in your face, in your jaws, your mouth, your eyes, to allow your body to become this comfortable place of receiving, of noticing and discerning. Think of an intention for this practice. And the intention is always made from a place of a genuine wish for the benefits of other people who need it right now. And we'll place the palms together in front of your chest to seal that intention for your practice. And we'll gently open the eyes and go ahead and lie on your back. So if you joined a little late, we'll need something to grab your foot with. It could be a kitchen towel or a t-shirt or a little belt like I have here. So we'll go ahead and lie down on your back with the soles of the feet together and your knees relaxed out to the side. You can also just place your feet flat on the floor if this is uncomfortable. So any way that makes you feel okay in your hips and your knees. You can also slide your feet a little bit further away from you. So any way at all. Open up your arms out to the side so they're parallel from the shoulders. And just take a moment here. We'll be with the eyes open. So we're already aware in our practice. Chin a little bit down towards your chest. You feel the neck long. Take a moment to find your 3-part breath. So you inhale to the belly, ribs, and chest. Take a little pause. And then exhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. And exhale, belly, ribs, and chest. And again, inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, and chest. We'll add a bit of movement. So we inhale, and then with your exhale, take your left knee over the right knee and squeeze the knees together. Let the left side of the body lift a little bit from the floor. Inhale, come back to the middle. And then exhale, take your right knee over the left knee. We lift the right ribs, the shoulder a bit from the floor. And just rock side to side like this. So with the inhale, you're switching. And with your exhale, you give a little squeeze of the thighs together. So it's like a small massage for your spine. Every time the feet come down and the knees relax, you're again in this butterfly pose with the soles of the feet together. So rocking side to side. You can also start to move your head from side to side. So we're kind of squirming and wiggling our way into our body. Moving side to side. Let this practice today have a sense of nourishment, sense of grounding. We'll work a lot into the lower part of the body, into the legs, into your hips. And let your hips come down. Take your arms down to your side with your palms facing down. And now inhale, stretch the arms over the head and arch your back. So you feel the ribs lifting from the floor, tailbone towards the floor. And then exhale, take your arms down and squeeze your lower back into the floor. And again, inhale, arch the back, lift the arms back, open the front of the body. And then exhale, take your arms down, squeeze your spine into the floor. And again, inhale, stretch the arms up. It's nice and slow. And exhale, press your back into the ground. Take your knees together and let your spine relax. Place the feet flat on the floor. And then open up your feet a bit wider so they come to the edges of your yoga mat and let your knees connect together in the center. Stretch your arms over the head and relax the arms behind you. So now your feet are quite much wider than your hips. And we're going to move them side to side again. So you inhale, and you exhale, move the knees to the right. So now your left hip lifts a bit from the floor. Inhale to the middle, and then exhale the knees to the left. Squeeze the inner right knee down. So you rock a bit side to side. Each time the opposing buttock will lift from the floor a little bit. So gently, gently side to side. And you just let your head move in the direction that it feels good. Keep your tongue soft. Stay with your breath. Sometimes less is more. So we use these small movements to replenish ourselves for the times that we really need our energy to take action. And the next time your hips come down, take both knees up into your chest and rock a little side to side, just massaging your spine into the floor. Keep your left knee in your chest and stretch your right leg forward. And then take your left knee in your left hand and circle your knee. So we're going to circle the knee away from the center, towards the center. So just creating a bit of space. Circle the knee in the other direction. And then go ahead and find your little belt. And we'll lasso the belt around the base of the ball of your left foot. Take your leg slightly forward so it's right above your hip. Keep your knee a little bit bent and then press out through both of the heels. Keep a small space between the lower back and the floor. Press out through the heel, inhale. And then exhale, take the leg just a little closer with your knee slightly bent. Keep your spine neutral, your pelvis neutral. And we stay here. Firm the front of your thigh. So the muscle of the top of the leg is active. And a soft tongue. Relax your shoulders. Relax the space around your eyes. Tongue is soft. Stay with a steady breathing. And then we'll gather both ends of your belt just in your left hand. Reach it a bit higher up. And take your right hand on your hip. Open the left leg towards the left. Your right shoulder and the right hip and your right foot will stay grounded on the floor. So it doesn't have to go too much out to the side. Rather work on taking the leg out and a little bit up towards your left ear. Knee can still be slightly bent. Keep the pressure through the heel. Deep breaths. And then we'll lift the leg back up. Bend the knee a little bit, let go of your belt. Take your knee into the chest, wrap your hands around your shin, inhale. And then exhale, lift your chest, your head up towards your left knee, widen your elbows. Take one extra breath here, drag the belly in, maybe hover your right leg a little bit off from the floor. And then relax, head comes down, let go of the leg. We'll take the leg down. Let your legs wiggle a little bit, maybe one side feels different. And then we'll take right knee in the chest, take a hold of the knee and just go ahead and circle your knee. So we take this time. We take this time to be gentle, to let whatever is happening move through the body. Next time your knee comes back to the middle, we'll take a hold of your belt or whatever you're using and wrap it around the ball of your right foot. Stretch your leg up. Take the leg a bit forward so your heel is right over your hip. Keep your knee slightly bent. Keep your natural arch of the lower back and then inhale and exhale. Press up through your heel and take your leg just a tiny bit closer. Keep the energy of the legs so your thigh is firm. Exactly. Stay with your breath. Breathe into the whole front of your body. Each exhale, a little drawing down of your navel to spine. Gather your bell together, and we'll grab a hold of it just with your right hand. Take left hand to your hip, and with your exhale, open right leg towards the right. Press out through your heel a little bit. Keep the whole left side grounded. Focus rather on keeping yourself active, almost as if you were to let go of your belt. You wouldn't flop to the floor. You would stay here in this posture, actively opening, like if there was a little resistance. Take one more breath. And we'll lift the leg back up. Let go of your belt, bend your knee. Squeeze your thigh towards the ribs, inhale, and then exhale. Take your head, chin, and forehead up towards your knee. Widen the elbows so shoulders and clavicles can relax. And press out through your heel. Let the left leg hover just a little bit from the ground. And exhale, release. Stretch your right leg forward, relax your leg. Take both knees up in your chest. Rock a bit side to side. We'll come into happy baby pose. So we open the knees quite wide apart. There's different versions from this pose. You can simply from the inside of your knees hold on to your ankles, just like this, or you can hold on to your big toes with the first two fingers. You can lift your heels so that your heels are right above the knees and give a little squeeze down of your sides and your knees towards the outer rib. You can also hold the outside of your feet and give a little squeeze down. Try to press your hips into the floor so your sacrum, lower back is flat. Find a few breaths. You can keep rocking here. Maybe some of you like to straighten your legs. See what works for you here. In Costa Rica, we used to call this the bug lying on its back, like one of those beetles. Bend your knees. So before letting go of the feet, just bend your knees, let your heels come to the buttocks. Let go of the feet. Take your knees towards one another. Rock forward and back a few times. Massaging your spine. Be careful with this one. If it doesn't agree with you, just find your way to sit. And eventually all of us will come up. Go ahead, find a seated position. Cross-legged position with your left shin in front of your right shin. Walk your hips a little bit back behind you. So your knees and your shins are aligned in one position. Take your hands onto the knees. Inhale, give a little arch to the spine. So we lift the tailbone back, bring your chest a little forward. Exhale, round, tailbone forward, chin to chest. Keep moving. Let this movement come from your pelvis. You've all done this before, I'm sure. So just take it into whichever movement you love. I like to make circles. So we bring the trunk from one side to the other, forward and back. Let the crown of your head correspond with your tailbone. So your head is moving, your spine is moving, and your tailbone is kind of making clockwise or counterclockwise circles on the ground. So your spine is just moving as a result of your pelvis moving. Next time chest comes forward, we circle the other way if you've been making those circles. And the next time chest comes forward, relax your hands down or your elbows down or your head down, wherever you can go. Just relax the weight of your body slightly forward. Keep your upper back a little bit long. Soft tongue. Find your breathing. Walk your hands back towards your body. Lean back and switch the crossing of the leg. And repeat this on this side. So just to get into the groundedness of your seat, into your hips a little bit, we inhale to arch the back and exhale to round. So moving a little forward, moving a little back, moving chest towards your knees, circling. Do whichever movements feel good for you. Find your breathing. There's no hurry or rush. No need to be perfect. I know that for some of us, it's even just hard to sit in this position. We can accept that too. Movements can be tiny or just sitting here. Switch directions on your circles. And the next time your body comes forward, relax your body forward over your leg. Soft tongue, soft breath. Find your way into a tabletop position. So you could drag yourself forward over the knees, or you could just swing your legs back to find your tabletop position on your hands and knees. And we'll continue this subtle movement. Take your knees a little bit behind the hips. You can have your feet flat or turn the toes over. Hands are under the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back and help arch your spine. Look forward, lift the tail. And then exhale, roll the shoulders down and round your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, arch the back. And exhale, round your spine. This time we inhale, arch the back. Exhale, sit back towards your heels. So your toes are now turned over if you haven't turned them over. Press your hands down so you squeeze the weight of your body slightly towards the toes. So we're getting to the feet a little bit. You can stay like this, or you can walk your hands back to lift your body slightly more upright. You can come a little bit higher, place your hands on the knees, or you can come all the way up and sit back on your toes and relax the weight of your body onto your feet. Give a little resistance so the toes press into the earth. And then relax your feet. Find your breath. Look straight ahead of you. With the next inhale, lift up on your knees and circle the arms up. Look up at your hands as they touch. And then exhale, turn to the left and open your arms. Look back at your left hand. Inhale, circle back up. Look up at your hands. And then exhale over to your right side. Look back at your hand. Inhale, lift the arms up, look up. And then exhale, place your hands to the floor. Lift up your toes, make some circles with them. Circle one way, circle the other. Place the feet back down. Inhale, arch the back, look forward. And then exhale, lift back into a downward facing dog. You can keep your knees bent for this one. Press into the hands and lengthen your hips back. Spread your fingers. Press your thumbs into the floor. And gently move your hips side to side. So starting just with space for the upper body to be in this upside down letter V pose. Just a little side to side. Press the hands down. Come back to the center. And now move your legs a little. So the left leg straightens, heel presses down. And then the right leg straightens. So soft pedaling side to side. You don't have to straighten the leg all the way. You also don't have to make the heel come all the way down. And then look forward to your hands, bend both knees, and walk your feet forward. Take your hands onto the shins. Inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, bend your knees a little, bend forward, relax your head. One more time, inhale, stretch the legs. Lengthen, lift the chest, look forward. And then exhale, bend forward. One more time. Inhale, come halfway up. Take your hands on your waist, squeeze your elbows. Exhale, rise up to stand. Inhale. Exhale, place your hands together at your chest. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, little bend the knees. Vertebrae by vertebrae, we bow forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, step your right foot back. Place your knee to the floor. Inhale, press your belly forward into your side, look forward. And then exhale, crawl the fingers back, give a little stretch to your left leg. And we'll move back and forth this way. Come forward, inhale, press your belly into your side. And then exhale, walk your hands back, give a little stretch. So you can facilitate this by taking two books under your hand and use them as extra sort of arm lengths, if you like, and use them as you walk forward and back with your hands. So you take them with you. And of course, you can stay here or you can straighten your leg, whichever place that you can go. One more time, inhale. And then exhale. Now inhale, come forward, place your hands down. And exhale, lift your knees. Step the 2 feet to downward facing dog. Look forward to your hands. Inhale, come to push-up position. And exhale, place the knees down, bend your elbows. Let your belly come to the floor. Press your feet down. Inhale, lift your chest a little forward. Exhale, lower back down. Press your hands to the floor. Inhale, lift to the knees. And exhale, stretch back into child's pose. Inhale, lift to your knees, turn your toes. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Take a moment. Maybe you feel your left leg feels different. Step your feet together. Inhale, raise your right heel up. Keep your legs straight and press out through your heel. And then exhale, bend your knee. Squeeze the knee through the ribs and step your foot between your hands. You can adjust it by walking your foot forward. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, press your belly forward. Exhale, roll over the heel. Again, come back into your half Hanumanasana. Do that a few times on your own. You can find 2 blocks or 2 books to put under your hands if you like to use them. I love to use them. Unfortunately, I don't have any myself right now, the yoga block. But sometimes when we feel we have less space in the legs or in the upper body, they can be really great to just kind of pretend we have longer arms. Next time you come forward, inhale, press your belly forward, look up. And then exhale, step your left foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, come halfway in. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, rise up, circle the arms up. And exhale, place your hands at your chest. One more time, inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, come halfway in. And exhale, step your left foot back this time. Place your knee down. This time we'll take both hands to the inside of your right foot and open up your right foot a little bit out to the right. So it's just a bit wider away and the toes turn slightly out. Press forward again with your hips. Inhale, look forward. And we'll do the same movement. Come on your fingertips and then straighten your right leg and move your hip back. It might be that your hip wants to turn to the left, but we try to keep it in the center. And again, we come forward so your knee grazes the outside of the right arm. Inhale, press a little forward. And exhale. And again, so your toes are turned a little out to the right. Inhale and exhale. And your knee is also turned a little bit out. Next time you come forward, be sure to press your hips slightly forward. Place your left hand down and then exhale, roll to the outside of your right foot. So we turn the chest to look a little up. Take a moment here. Keep a little pressure on the outside of the right foot. Relax the shoulders, relax your neck. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, place your foot down. Take your right hand inside the right foot and squeeze your right knee into the right upper arm. Lift your left knee up. Lengthen the chest forward and give a lot of power into this left leg. Take one breath in. And then exhale, step to plank position and back to downward facing dog. Take a moment, walk yourself into play. Look forward. Inhale to push-up position. And exhale, place the knee slowly lower onto your belly. Inhale, lift your chest forward. Exhale, lower down. Stay here for a moment. Lift your right leg up and lengthen it a bit further back. Place it back down and keep your kneecap lifted. Do the same with the left foot. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, lift your legs a little bit. Keep the pubic bone pressing down and really straighten your legs behind you. Yes. One more breath. And then exhale, place your toes down. Inhale, press up on your knees. Turn the toes. And exhale, back to downward dog. Take a full breath in and out. Step your feet together. Inhale, lift your left leg up. And then exhale, knees through the belly. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Place your right knee down. So we're again in this kind of diagonal position. Your left knee is turned out to the left. Lengthen your chest. Take your two books if you need them, or come up on your fingers. Inhale, press your belly a little forward, lengthen the chest. Then exhale, walk the hands back. Give a little stretch to this left leg. If your hip pops to the right, take it to the center. Really lift the chest forward. We do it a few times in your own time. Inhale forward and exhale back. And again, inhale forward and exhale back. And inhale forward. This time place your right hand down and exhale, left hand into left thigh and roll to the outside of your foot. So we open the chest. Relax the shoulders. Relax your tongue. Softness in the face, in your eyes. And then release. Place your foot down, place your hands down. Lift your back knee up. Squeeze your left knee into the left arm. Lengthen the chest forward. Keep the stability in your pelvis by zipping the lower belly and your pelvic floor up. And now step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So you use the pressure of your hands, and we lift the knee and step down into a squat. Place the hands together. Close your eyes. Soften your tongue. Keep your spine long, the chest lifted, crown of the head. Open your eyes, inhale, and then exhale, press into the feet. Lengthen your spine to rise up to stand. Bring your feet a bit closer, so they're about hip-width distance apart. I'm going to step a bit further back so that you can see me. Take your hands to your waist, and then lift your left knee up. So find your point of focus with the eyes. Notice if you're leaning back, and bring yourself into the center. Firm thigh. Squeeze your elbows. I'm thinking of you, Stephanie, because I did this Rocky class the other day. Lift your knee out to the side. Lift the knee parallel to your hip. So it's almost like a fire hydrant pose. Take your knee behind you. Push up through the heel. And then bring it down again and forward. So we're kind of making a circle out to the side. So we're going to take the knee out. Roll your inner thigh so it points down. So your calf muscle is pointing up. And then take your knee back, press up through the heel, and bring it back to the middle. Take your knee back up, parallel to your hip, and step the foot down. Okay, so I'll show this to you from the front in case that it didn't make sense on the other side. We'll do the other side, so now it's your right side. Lift the right knee up. We're gonna take it out to the side, right? So I'm taking it out sideways. Roll it back. So now your heel is pointing up. And bring it down and take it forward. All the way up parallel to your hip. So you scoop it out to the side. You're essentially making a circle with your hip joint, but a very active one. Oops. And bring it back up and step it down. We'll do it again on the left side, but add a little bit of movement to it. So we lift your left knee up, lengthen, lift your chest. We're gonna roll the knee out to the side, back again. Bend your right knee slightly. Start to lower your torso down. Straighten your left leg and step your foot back into a lunge. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, touch down lunge. Inhale, come to a push-up position. And then exhale, you choose chaturanga or use your knees to come all the way down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, push to the knees or to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. So the standing poses, they symbolize standing tall, standing strong. Take another breath. Step your feet together. Inhale, raise your left leg up. So same leg. And exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Press into the feet. Inhale. And then exhale, squeeze the right knee into your belly. Push into the feet. And rise up to stand. So we did this last week, that little trick on standing up. Don't worry if it didn't work out, just find a way to bring your right knee up. So the right knee is now parallel to your hip. Take your hands on the waist. Inhale, circle the knee back until you have your heel pressing up. Little bend into your left knee. Lower the hip a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your right leg and step your foot back. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, step to push-up position. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, back to downward dog. Take an inhale through the nose. And exhale through your mouth. Find your breath. Step the feet together. Inhale, raise your right leg up. And exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. So we'll do that trick again of standing up. So you inhale and exhale, lift the left knee and squeeze it to your belly. Inhale, rise up. And this time we just exhale, step your foot down. Shake out your leg. Take a moment. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your chest. Inhale, circle the arms. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, step your right foot back. Look forward, inhale, lower the hips slightly. Exhale, rise to your lunge. Inhale, circle the arm. Exhale, spin your right heel down, open to warrior two. So find your warrior two position. Maybe feet go a little wider, open up the arms. Switch, turn your left palm up, and inhale, reach your head up and back. Exhale, circle your hands down, touch into your lunge, and lift your right heel back up. Press into your right hand, Okay, this is a little tricky. I'll give you some options. We're gonna step the left foot either beside the right or on top of the right to come into a side plank. So you can use both feet to support. You can have one foot on the other. Press into your hand, lift up through your heel. Yes, through your hip. Beautiful. Take a breath in. And then exhale, place your left hand down. Take one more inhale. Exhale, knees or chaturanga to your belly. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press your hands, lift to your knees. Turn the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Maybe you feel some fire now. That's okay, just observe. We need this fire. There are people who need our fire right now too. Step the feet together. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Spin your left heel down. Press into the feet. Inhale, circle the arms. And exhale, open to warrior. Find your posture. Turn your right hand up. Inhale, circle the hands down. And exhale, come all the way down. Step into your side plank. So we're going to lift your left heel to your touchdown lunge. Press your left hand down. You can use 2 feet or stack right foot onto left. So yogi's choice. Find your breathing. Really use your thumb, squeeze your thighs together. Use your hips to lift. And then exhale, place your hands down. Turn to plank. Lower yourself all the way onto your belly. Make a pillow with your hands for your head. And take a rest. You can place your forehead down. Or place one cheek down. Wiggle your hips a little side to side. Keep your tongue soft. Just observe what your body feels now. Without any judgment. It's okay to feel uncomfortable sometimes. It's okay to be in a place of not knowing and needing information. Maybe this is where you are right now in your body. That's okay too. We just sit with it. Take your hands beside your ribs. Lift one leg at a time and make your legs a little longer again. Press your toenails into the floor. Inhale. And then exhale, raise your right leg, engage your buttock. Inhale to lower. And exhale the left leg. And again, inhale, lower. Exhale your right leg. Pull the belly in. Inhale, lower. Exhale the left leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale both legs. Inhale. And exhale, raise your chest, elbows into your side. Keep your legs strong. One more breath. Hands are light. And exhale, lower down. Press into your hands. Inhale, push to the knees. And exhale, roll back into child's pose. So let your body relax again. Let your spine become round. You can make a pillow with your hands for your head. You can have your arms beside your legs. Yogi's choice. Look forward. Walk your hands forward. Lift up into your downward facing dog. Find your way. It might feel different now than the beginning of practice. And then walk your hands back to the back of the mat so that you're in a forward bend. Bend your knees a little, take a hold of your elbows, and just let yourself rock side to side. Let your head relax. Let your jaws relax. Let your arms hang down. Inhale, keep the head really heavy. Now exhale, drag the belly in and curl yourself all the way up to stand. So vertebrae by vertebrae. The head, the chin is the last to come up. Unraveling yourself. Take a moment in Tadasana. Your palms facing forward. Steady gaze with your eyes. And go ahead and step into the center of your yoga mat. And you can jump or you can step. We're going to have your feet open to the side, to the direction that you're facing your screen, right? So we can take hands to your chest. On the count of 3, we'll open. 2, bend your knee, and 3. So we'll come into a nice V-shaped position. Yes. You can make your stance a little bit wider if you like. Turn the outer edges of the feet to face slightly in. Take your hands on your waist, and then turn your left toes out to the side. Move your left hip a little down, and the right hip slightly up. Firm your left thigh. So I'm mirroring you now. So you're on your left side. Open your chest, inhale, and then exhale, lower down. So the side body is moving towards your leg. Slide your hand down your shin or your calf, maybe on the floor, and then we'll open up with right arm. Press your right foot into the floor. Lean your head a little bit back. Perhaps look up at your right hand. You can also choose to extend your arm over the ear. I'd like us to focus on the connection of the outer hip. So the feeling of the side of the ribs connecting all the way down to the outside of your thigh. Press into your feet, inhale. And then exhale, push down to rise up. Turn your left toes in, right toes out to the side. Move your left hip a little out to the left. Descend down with the right side of your pelvis. Firm the right thigh, start to lower. Slide your hand down your shin. Turn to look up or turn your rib cage up. Maybe the head leans a little bit back. Press into the feet. Soft jaws. Little tilt of your head back will help you release any tension in the neck. Maybe you need to look down at your foot instead. Just make sure your head, your neck feels comfortable. Maybe your arm is already stretched over the ear. And you feel the connection into your outer hip. And then we'll take hand on the waist. Inhale. And exhale, push down to rise up. Bring your hips parallel. Turn your toes forward. And then we heel toe your feet until they're touching together. Okay, if you have a book or a block, if you have 2, you can place one over here on the left side of the mat and one over here on the right side. Otherwise, just put the one you have on the left side. Yes. Turn your toes to face out, heels touching. And now lift your heels and open your heels. And then open your feet and open your heels. Open your feet, open your heels. So we're in a good position. Open only your left foot, but lift your foot and spin the heel. So this will kind of let your whole leg turn in the way that it can, right? So I would like it to turn so that not my whole hip turns, right? I'd like it to turn so it's just my foot. So it's not actually turned all the way out. I'm gonna bend into the knee and just have a look at it. I want the knee to bend in the same direction as the foot. So it could be that it's not completely parallel to your hip. Okay, and just start to be okay with the idea that you might shift some weight into it. The next time you come down, push down and lift up, right? So see if you can lift your right leg to the side I'm gonna have to move a bit because I've got a wall there. Lift your right leg to the side and then touch your left hand to your block or to the floor. Maybe you're just hovering in the middle somewhere. Maybe your eyes are looking down, but your right leg is really supporting this action. Maybe your right arm is lifting as well, and maybe your left leg is really straight, and your belly is pulling in. Beautiful, guys. Take one more breath, half moon pose. Bend your right knee. Push down to come up and land in your position. Turn your right toes in, okay? Turn your heels in, toes in. So we're all the way back in the middle. And we'll come out in the same way we came in last time. So toes out, heels out, toes out, heels out. One more time, toes, heels. Turn your right toes to the side. Move your block if you need to. Bend your knees, start to be okay with shifting some weight. And almost like it happens by itself. You lift, right? And the outer left ankle starts to lift up. Maybe your hand touches down. Maybe you can float here. It's like you're a big star or like a big sunshine. You're spreading out. Use the energy of the outer left thigh to lift yourself in this shape. Belly strong. The hardest one for me is really to just look away from the floor. Right? So I look forward or I look up, then it becomes really challenging to balance. Bend your right knee. Use that like a propeller. Use your leg to gently jump your left foot back. Turn your toes in. Now you're in this position with your feet slightly apart but not too wide. And your heels will turn in, both toes will turn that little distance out. Take your hands on your upper thighs, bend your knees and lower your seat. You can adjust yourself. Your knees will only turn as much as your feet turn, and your feet will only turn as much as your knees turn. Inhale, give a little arch to the back. Lift your tail back. And then exhale, round your back and thrust your pelvis a little bit back. Inhale, arch, reach your tailbone back. And exhale, a little thrust of the tailbone forward. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. And then you can count to these movements. So these circular movements, the tailbone is still drawing a circle on the ground. So you can circle one way, you can circle the other way. Beautiful. Maybe go a little deeper. Settle in here, really firm through the outside of the feet. Lift your arms forward. Yes. Inhale, rise. Stretch the arms and legs. And exhale, circle your hands down. Open your heels. Take your hands on the waist. Bend your knees. Squeeze the elbows. Inhale. And then exhale, bend forward. You can place your hands down. If you need to open your feet wider, bend your knees a little. Push through your hands and let your hips lift. Soften your tongue. Soften your neck. Firm your thighs. Walk your hands a little bit in front of you. And look over at this foot that's at the top of the yoga mat. Turn it around. Place your hands down. And step back into downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet one more time. Take your hands on your shins and inhale, look halfway up. And then exhale, tip your weight on your toes, lift your heels, and come to sit in a little squat with your heels possibly lifted. You can be here, or if you need to, come a little higher if this feels in any way painful for your knees. We'll do one more standing balance in order to prepare us for our seated postures. Press in your toes. Lift your arms forward. Inhale, and then exhale, press down to lift. Stay for a moment here and just wiggle your knees. Wiggle your knees a little bit. Try to move your upper body back so it's over the hips. Wiggle the knees, wiggle the knees. And then set your heels down. Show you this from the front. Keep the bend in the knees. Lift your left heel. Make a figure 4 shape over your right knee. Palms come together. And place your forearms onto your shins. Flex your foot. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. Soft tongue. Yes. Beautiful. If you'd like to take the stretch deeper into the left hip, you can place left elbow onto left foot. Then place your hands together at the chest. Push down to rise and step your foot down. Shake it out. Move your hips a bit back. Bend your knees. Press into left foot. Lift the right heel, make figure 4 shape. Descend slightly if you can with your upper body. Keep your spine long without rounding. Lengthen crown away from tail. Yes. Beautiful, everyone. Stay with your breath. Last standing pose. And then lift up, step down, shake out your legs. Inhale. And then exhale, bend the knees. Sit back, back, back. Lift your heels a little. And then sit back and send your legs out in front of you. Arrange yourself on your mat. Maybe you're too far back now at this point. So you can scoot yourself forward. For this pose, I like to use a pillow. So you can have one close to you. If you know that the outside of your hips are a little tight, you can also, I'll show you some variations. You can also roll up your yoga mat to create a little prop to sit up. Okay. Shake out the legs a little bit. We'll start with the left side. So essentially we're doing the same pose that we just did. So we'll make a figure 4 shape with heel over knee. So we'll be careful here. You'll see how naturally my knee is a little bit up. So if your knee in this pose doesn't naturally go down to the level of your heel or your ankle, right? You can do a few things. You can roll your inner left thigh a little up. So I'll get it a little further down. But otherwise, this is just the way that we're built. So we don't try to force the lower leg or the shin in any way past this point from the knee, if that makes sense. So I'm sliding my elbows underneath my calf. I'm gonna hook my elbows into the lower leg and lift it up. I'm scooting my left hip a little forward, and I just give a little squeeze in, and I rock a bit side to side. If you can go further, but you're not trying to move your shin much closer to your body, you wrap your elbow around your foot and the other elbow around your knee. You keep your foot flexed to help you maintain this integrity. Yeah. Rock a bit side to side. Good. Place your ankle back down. Now we'll slide the same left foot over towards the right. Walk it quite way out, so the outside of the edge of the foot is down. The sole of the foot is facing back. Take your fingers to frame your hip. Inhale, lengthen, lift the chest. And exhale, with a long spine, lean a little forward. Take a breath. Familiarize yourself with this posture. And then lift yourself back up. So you can choose to continue this pose in this shape. If you'd like to go deeper, I'm going to roll onto my right hip and fold my right heel to the outside of the left hip. If you're tipping off towards the right, then you can use this pillow or anything to support your seat. Rock a bit forward and put it under your right hip, so you're a bit elevated up. So find your way into the pose. So we're not sitting onto the left heel. For some of you, onto the right heel. For some of you, it'll be really easy to get this out of the way and sit straight on your mat. Otherwise, you can go ahead and find something to sit on. Take your fingers to the side. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, come forward. Take your hands forward. Use the hands like brakes so that you don't roll too much forward, especially if you're sitting on your little bolster. Relax your jaws. Relax your face. Find your breath. With every exhale, you let your body sink a bit towards the lower body and to the space beneath your body. A sense of grounding and arriving home. Notice if you've lost your breathing. Notice if there's anywhere that you can let go of, like your tongue or your face, your jaws. Every exhale, that's every last sense of tension or anxiety release from your body. Walk your hands back. To come out of the pose, we'll lean into the hands behind you. Unwind your legs. If you're sitting on something, rock to the side and remove it. And then we'll let the knees just gently rock from side to side, like windshield wipers. And bring your legs forward, walk your hips a little back, and we'll make the figure four shape with your right leg. So we remember the integrity of this shape of your knee. You can take your inner thigh a little bit back, take the outer thigh a little out behind you. Slide your elbows under your calf. Lift up your lower leg. Maybe move your leg a bit forward. Stay here or wrap your elbows around your shin. And then you can place your shin back down, your lower leg. And we'll come into the Gomukhasana. So move your foot out to the side, the outside edge of the foot. Lean a bit into your left buttock and fold the right buttock underneath. This side might be a lot more open than the other side because now the lower leg's already been stretched. So choose if you need to use your bolster or if you're sitting straight down. And adjust your hips a little. Take the fingers down. Inhale, lengthen, lift chest. And then exhale again with this slightly grounding sensation. We come a bit forward. Perhaps your head, your hands, the tongue softens. Relax your jaws. and your face. And even in these poses where we're uncomfortable, but we're not moving, there's a sense of alertness, a sense of acceptance that in this uncomfortable position, we are right now. And discerning it from pain, which we don't want to feel. Maybe through that awareness, you can relax yourself a little more into your posture. Take 2 more deep breaths. And then we'll walk the hands back towards you. To come out again, we'll lean into the hands and unfold the legs. Stretch the legs forward. Relax them out. Then we'll slide the feet into a diamond shape. So a bit further away from your pelvis, so not all the way close. Wiggle a bit around, side to side. Loosen up your pelvis, loosen up your legs. And for our last posture here, we'll just kind of snuggle into a cocoon shape. You can hold your feet or you can slide your hands underneath your calves or your shins and place the hands onto the tops of your feet and relax your body forward. Maybe some of you can make this round turtle shape out of yourself and place your head onto your feet. Maybe some of you simply relax the gravity of your body down. You can spend the last few breaths here, or maybe take 5 breaths, just stretching the legs almost naturally out in front of you and folding over both straight legs or with a slightly bent knee in Paschimottanasana. Choose what feels best, especially for your back. And then we'll slowly release, come out of your posture, and find your way into Shavasana, onto your back. So you can use a pillow, maybe under your knees or under your head, just anywhere that you'd like to support yourself, maybe use a blanket. Take this time to set yourself up for your final resting pose. Make it really comfortable. Don't skimp on it. And allow your body to simply be in this perfect place, in this perfect time, in this moment. Relaxing yourself completely. Taking one inhale to fill your body. Then exhale, release everything out. Feel the whole back of your body, the back of your head, back of your shoulders, arms, trunk, hands, lower back, hips, legs, feet, completely relaxed. Whole body, completely relaxed. And slowly come back just by moving your body a little bit, your arms, your legs. Bend your knees, rock a bit side to side. Of course, you can stay lying down if you like, or you can come up to sit to finish the practice. Just taking another moment to observe, to notice what arose in your practice. And we'll place the hands together in front of your chest. Moment of gratitude for this practice. And I wish to share it with everybody, especially to all of our friends in the USA right now, today. We're going through really tough times. All of our friends of color. And thank you so much for coming today and sharing your practice. Namaste. And feel free to stay behind. Some of you I haven't seen for a while. Well, I'll turn off the recording. Oh.